So we're gonna try this. This is the second time we're trying this. Third time technically, but the second time was like 2 seconds long. This is the middle of the pack movies, following up to part 1, which I just uploaded, which was the below the line stuff. We're gonna start with number 30, which is Baro, and then the title goes on to something very complicated. It's a foreign film directed by Alejandro Iñarrítu, who did The Revenant and Birdman and other stuff, but those are his most notable. His name being attached to this makes me really want to watch it. And so it's the only foreign film that's on my anticipated list right now. I know other things will come out of the darkness and all of a sudden be big, like Drive My Car and everything else, but that's here now. Above that, we have Men by Alex Garland. That's A24, which that alone makes me really want to see it. It's coming out in either late April or early May. That's got Jessie Buckley, who did The Lost Daughter, and she's done other stuff. She was really big last year, and obviously with The Lost Daughter, she got an Oscar nomination, so that's pretty big. So she's hot right now, and that makes me interested in seeing it too. It seems like a super original premise, as most A24 films are, so interested. Beyond that, we have 28 Next Goal Wins by Taika Waititi, who did Jojo Rabbit, and this movie, for anybody who doesn't know, was supposed to be coming out in like 2020, and they kept pushing it back because the whole Army Hammer cannibalism thing came out, and then they wanted to recast him and reshoot the whole thing with somebody else, which I think they're still doing. So no one knows when this is going to come out or if it ever will. I'm assuming it's going to be some kind of comedy. It's got Michael Fassbender, and it's about a soccer team. I don't know. I'm intrigued. Above that, I keep wanting to say beyond. Above that, we have My Policeman or My Policeman. I'm not sure which way it's pronounced, but it's about 2 guys, so I believe it's policemen. Harry Styles is in this, and I've been super intrigued by his acting since I saw him in Dunkirk. So I'm excited to see him in this. And that's that. Next, we have The Killer, which is by David Fincher, who I'm a big fan of in the past. He's done things like Seven, Fight Club, Social Network, which were all great and things I'm a huge fan of. But then he did Mank recently, and that's what he's coming off of. And so I couldn't put this movie any higher because I'm afraid that that's the new direction he's going in. And I really, really did not like Mank. I think that everything about it was just boring, and he could have done so much more. And so as much as I hope that this is old Fincher, even the title kind of comes across as something more Seven style. I don't know. And I can't put it any higher because I'm just not sure which direction it's going to go. Then we got The Whale by Darren Aronofsky, who has a lot of interesting styles about his films. It's also got the return of an actor whose name I'm forgetting because he hasn't been around for a while. He was in The Mummy years ago. And he was like I think at one point he was like most attractive. No, The Mummy? He was like the most attractive man in the world, I think, like 15 years ago, and now he's like super overweight, but he's not obese. The character he's playing is obese, and so there's going to be a lot of prosthetics involved, and it's his return, so I think everything about this screams it's going to be interesting, even if it's bad. Above that, we have The Gray Man, which is by the Russo brothers. I forget a lot of why I put this where I have it, but I know that the Russo brothers make interesting films, good or bad. They're either really good or terrible. I know one of them just tried to make that movie Cherry by himself on Apple TV, and people said it was one of the worst movies they ever saw. So, I don't know, but it intrigues me. Next, we have You People by Kenya Barris, or Barris, I'm not sure. It's got Jonah Hill in it. It's, from what I've seen with the pictures from production, it's a group of people sitting around a dinner table family style, which it's a comedy too, and those two things going together means witty writing, and I'm all for that. So I'm really intrigued by that. Above that, we have She Said by Maria Shrader. That's got Carey Mulligan in it, who is hot off of Promising Young Woman, which she got an Oscar nomination for. I am one of the people I think she should have won for that.
Yes.
They're saying that there's going to be a lot of Oscar buzz for this one as well. It's really similar to Bombshell in that it's about a news network. Exposing a big story. This one's going to be about Harvey Weinstein and that whole thing, which I think is going to be really intriguing. Then we have Armageddon Time by James Gray. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but Jeremy Strong is in it, and I love Jeremy Strong from Succession, and so I wish my boy the best, and that's why I put it here. It's also got Anne Hathaway, who's not bad, but this is for Jeremy Strong. Beyond that, we have Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is by the Daniels. Somebody in the room has seen it. I've heard really good things about it, and I plan on seeing it soon, which is the biggest reason why I actually want to watch it. I want to watch it. I'm tired. Wanted to post this video as soon as possible is because I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to see it, but hopefully it'll be within the next few days. And I wanted to get this out of the way. But I'm really excited to see it. I heard it's super original and fun to watch. And I hope that it is an awards player if it is that good. It's A24 too, which never fails. Above that, we have number 19, Poor Things, which has Emma Stone in it. That's about all I really know about it specifically, and that's enough for me to put it pretty high on the list because Emma Stone's great. Then we have Women Talking at number 18 by Sarah Polley, which has Frances McDormand among a plethora of other big actresses who I'm forgetting right now because I'm doing this very fast. But when I do the movie review, whenever it comes out, I'll be very specific. But I know that it had a lot of good people because I had it very high on this list. Honestly, Frances McDormand alone would get it pretty high rank because she doesn't really miss with her choices. And then finally, for the middle of the pack, we have Bones and All by Luca Guadagino, I think is how you pronounce it. We'll see. And that's a very small project that not a lot of people are talking about. But it's got Timothée Chalamet in it. And he's always putting out movies that I really enjoy. I mean, obviously, everybody saw Dune. But I really enjoyed all the stuff, and I love the characters that he plays. I usually find it very fun to, as an actor myself, look at all the little technique things that he does. And so I'm very excited about that. And it almost excites me more that people aren't talking about it because I like to fancy myself a critic. And so I'm like, oh, I totally know about this movie before anyone else is talking about it. I'm definitely wrong. It's probably not going to go anywhere, but I'm really excited to see it, even if it ends up falling flat. But that's number 17. There will be another video for the movies that are above this, films that are above this. And that's it. Hopefully this one recorded correctly and you will see it on YouTube.
Woo!
Did you see the audience this one? Okay. See y'all later.